Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. Those of you that watch the channel a lot know I really love the King James Version of the Bible, so I always try to highlight King James materials, but I do other materials as well. So this is one from Broad Street, really good publisher, the KJV Devotional, 365 Daily Meditations. First thing I'd like to say, it's not a real big book, so it's kind of portable, but it's very well done, just gorgeous with a gold trim and some corrugation, and even it doesn't have gilt edging per se, but nice edging. And I like the fact that it comes with a ribbon marker, and it's a nice, good brown color matching ribbon marker, and it's not a thin, cheap ribbon marker. It's not hugely thick, but it's good size. It's just right for this kind of book. It's probably 3 3/4 inches long. And so this does have devotions for every day. It actually starts you out February 28th. One thing I like, because some devotions in times past have been like year specific, so it'd be like Friday, February 28th. And so it gets kind of awkward. You can still use it year by year, but it's like, well, it's Wednesday, it's not Friday. They don't do that here. And so like for March, for example, it says, "Let us therefore come boldly into the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need." Hebrews 4:16. So it gets you started for the month. And then when you turn it to March 1st, it's faithful service, big print up at the top. And I would say the print is probably about 8-point size, maybe even a little smaller. It's not big print at all. "Only fear the Lord," and that doesn't matter to some of you. To some like me, it does matter. "Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he hath done for you." 1 Samuel 12:24. Our obedience to God is not conditional for salvation. Rather, it is a response to our salvation. His saving grace is given free to those who follow him. By faithfully serving him, we demonstrate how grateful we are for our redemption and how much we love him. Now, of course, I would say you could lose your salvation. Many of you would disagree with that. And so you kind of see, it's just kind of a basic evangelically theological perspective. Nothing can separate humility. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Proverbs 22:4. If we spend our whole lives pursuing riches and honor, we will never know the abundant life that accompanies true surrender to the Holy One. Love of self leads us down a dissatisfying path. Fear of the Lord teaches us to walk in humility, to serve rather than to be served, to lay ourselves down, to take up our cross, to follow Jesus whatever the cost. Be good stuff like that. And at the very end, it always ends with a question, and it's set apart like in deep, rich, brownish gold hues. What sort of riches does the Lord bestow on the faithful and to the humble? Now, another thing I dearly love is how these pages are. They're the slicky kind of pages. They're not regular just paper. But to me, that just lends to durability. Looks like it may even be, I don't think it's Smith sewn. Probably be a good idea to break it in before you use it. That just relaxes the spine to keep the page signatures from falling out. But just good stuff. You know, give it as gifts, that kind of thing. And I have not gone through every devotional in here for doctrinal purity. And so take that as it may. There are certain people that are mature enough to eat the food and spit out the sticks. There's some people that everything fits in print, it must be true, and you certainly wouldn't want to give something like that to them. So even though we could agree, I'm sure, with 80+% of this, I don't think it's some hard-edged, agenda-driven thing. I think it's just meant to bring somebody closer to Jesus, get their minds on Jesus on a daily basis. So the KJV Devotional, I was going to see, it's just so well done. It's just beautifully well done. I can't even describe. I was going to see if I never did see like who the author was. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Maybe it's not in here somewhere. I don't know. It's just got great stuff. Like, it's of the Lord's mercies that we're not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They're new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, Lamentations 3. So that's kind of how the whole thing starts off, and then it does the January thing. Seek his face, January 1st. Good stuff. God bless. Love you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.